Oh man, this is an emergency video because Fantom is up almost 7%, sitting at $1.40 with a really impressive bounce from support in the channel. If you watch my video from yesterday, I said there were a few worrying signs in the chart. We've managed to tick off some of those worrying signs. There's still a few left, which I'm going to mention in this video. I'm going to mention the key levels and supports we need to break in order to break out from this still a bear flag. So make sure you stay tuned till the very end. I'm going to share with you what's going on, what's important with Fantom, and now why are we suddenly moving. So if you appreciate this type of emergency video, make sure you smash up the likes, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget, this video is brought to you by my course member live streams. If you want to become a member of our live streams where you can ask me questions, we can critique your portfolio, we can discuss things like what's going on in the charts in an emergency way just for course members in a small dedicated group, click the link in the pinned comment below, which is going to take you to our Discord server, and in there you'll find out instructions on how to get yourself set up to become a member. Now, the next 5 members who join, if you stay as a member for 6 months, you're going to automatically get free access to my TA course when it comes out. The TA course is currently being filmed as we speak. I am jam-packing it with knowledge from technical analysis to all the tips and tricks I've learned over the years from trading at major banks. So make sure you go and get yourself signed up to the member live streams, and you'll get free access to that, which is going to be worth at a RRP of $500 plus, right? So go get yourself set up on that and do not miss this opportunity for the next 5 people who sign up to the member live stream. But an emergency, a beautiful day today, waking up to Fantom responding. Remember what I said, we were in this channel here on the hourly, and my worry was we were spending too much time to the bottom of the channel. Now, the good news is we managed to get a really strong volume. Now, you don't necessarily need a catalyst for this to happen. This just can happen from a technical perspective, from people trading the movement. When you spend a lot of time here, you start seeing in the order book that people are starting to short. Right, they're starting to short, they're starting to expect price to fall to the bottom of the wedge, and that is where you can get a bear trap, where you're trapping all the bears, the ones who are shorting, and you liquidate them to the upside. Okay, so that's most likely what we're seeing here on Fantom, a nice big push, and also just a little bit of Fantom saying, hang on a second, we're not dead here. We've had our price smashed ever since Andre Cronje left the project. Yesterday, everybody celebrated the new Grayscale smart contract platform trust, which if you've not seen that video, go watch here. And it included ADA, it included Solana and Algorand and Polkadot, right? But what happened with Fantom? Fantom got snubbed, and Fantom's almost saying, now hang on a second, don't forget about us. Everybody else is having their rallies. Luna's getting their attention in the limelight with Do Kwon making amazing moves in terms of purchasing BTC for its treasury, and now Fantom is saying, hang on a second, we're still alive here. Now, the important thing is we've managed to break this pivot point here. We spoke about that yesterday as in being an important level around 134 mark. We've managed to break above there. If we need to come down to retest that level, that's perfectly fine. We can come down and retest and bounce higher. But the next critical level is we just need to zoom out a little bit. And in fact, if we go to our 4 hourly, it might become a little bit clearer for us. Is when we zoom out, you see there's a little bit of resistance around this point here at 143. Remember, we're just sitting below 140 right now. And then your major resistance level is sitting at 147. These are the levels we now need to break through in order to nullify this bear flag. Because if and until we do so, technically on the hourly, we are still in these bear flag patterns, okay? So you saw this one here, we entered the flag, we consolidated for a bit, and we broke to the downside. We're consolidating for a bit. We don't want to break to the downside. In order to nullify this and to not be a bear flag, we need to get above the 147 mark and hold above there. So with a bit of a headwind from Bitcoin, if we can have a good market open today, let's look at the futures. We're seeing the futures come in. Let's take a quick look here at the pre-market. You can see the Dow futures coming in pretty little bit green across the board, and they're just trying to maintain another strong positive week. Last week was our first strong week in a while, and now if we can get some momentum, things are looking good for what is known as a melt up, which is where people start to FOMO in. Do you want proof of the FOMO? The proof of the FOMO is this. 47. Okay, 47 on the fear and greed index. Just like I said yesterday, guys, I said, as you see, when the price of Bitcoin starts going to 44 and above, the FOMO starts kicking in. People start talking, oh, what's happening with Bitcoin? What's happening with Bitcoin? Do I need to get in? Do I need to get in? And I'm seeing those messages already, right? Because I'm one of those people that people just suddenly message say, oh, what do I need to be doing about Bitcoin? Do I need to be buying now? Whenever the price starts inflecting to the upside. So, guys, really important. This may well be our last few chances to position our portfolio before we end up having to FOMO in. Because if you don't get your allocations now in some of these coins, you're seeing how quick these rallies move, and you can see this on Fantom now. If we just take let's just take a look. In fact, you can see from the bottom of where we were here at 103, where I was managing to pick up, and I made the video telling you guys on the day that I picked that up. And if you're in the future, if you're part of our course member live streams, those are the kind of piece of information I'll be able to give you in those member live streams. We're now up 33% from those levels already, right? And if you take it to the peaks there where we were just touching those price points, they're 35%. So any dip buying you were doing, this is what starts to take away some of the red from your portfolio. Because as is normal, whenever you get the FOMO and the price starts moving to the upside, it's very easy to get a bit trigger happy on the way up and buy at prices which maybe you shouldn't have been buying at, right? Maybe you bought some Fantom at $2 or $2.50, or some people even buying at $3 plus, right? And chasing those green candles. Well, when it pulls back, if you have conviction, and that's why conviction is key, then you're going to be able to buy on the pullback, such as 103, and really bring your cost basis down. And that's really going to help your portfolio. But if you're somebody that can only buy in green candles, if you can only buy like on days like today, when the market's euphoric and everybody's feeling good, then you need to reevaluate. Then you need to definitely join some of our courses and understand what is the psychology behind this and what's going on. Why is it I can only buy on green candles? And why, when this happens all the way down to 103 in peak despair, when fear and greed was sitting in, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, these kind of numbers, where was I? Why was I not pulling the trigger? Why was I not accumulating? Because the reality is, once Bitcoin starts moving, and we all here believe it's just a matter of time, right? Before Bitcoin breaks out this pattern. Literally, as we're speaking now, Bitcoin testing the critical level at 44.5. This is the fourth time now. We've said we've been monitoring this level for a long time. Will we get the breakout? Will we get the retest? And will we start heading towards our technical price target at the top of this wedge of 52,700? That's a key level here on Bitcoin. And trust me, when that journey starts to happen, if we get the breakout from here and start working towards those levels, the FOMO is going to kick in. The altcoins are going to pump. Everybody's going to be feeling positive. And then it's going to be easy to buy, right? It's going to be easy to buy. And that's where we need to control our emotions, because the reality is the long-term investment buys were in these periods. And if you're watching my videos, we know the view counts were low, right? If you're watching my videos and if you're accumulating, you're going to do really well. The tourists that will start to come in as the price comes in higher and higher, we're going to have to be honest with them and say, look, if you weren't buying in these periods, you've lost a lot of alpha, because now you're trading within a safer range. But whenever you're in a safer range, the risk and reward balance changes, right? Right now, the risk to reward balance is crazy, because if you were buying Fantom at, for example, 103, how much more downside was there really? You see? Whereas if you're buying now at 140, 150, the longer you wait, the safer the investment becomes, because you're seeing more green candles to give you conviction, but the less the reward to the upside. So that's the challenge we have. So definitely one for us to monitor here over the day as it progresses, but definitely an emergency update on Fantom. Really nice big move. And just Fantom saying, hang on a second, we're not done here yet. Good volume bounce from this level. We've got to keep going past the 147 level, because technically, like I've said, we're still in this bear flag. So let's not get too carried away just yet. It's a good solid day. Let's take it in our stride. Let's keep moving from here. And let's see if we can build from this out of that bear flag. Remember, 147 is a key level I'm looking out for. We're about 7 cents away from that now. So there you go, guys. There is a blend of the fundamentals in an emergency update on Fantom. If you appreciate this blend of technicals and fundamentals, make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribing. If you appreciate my perspective and you want to get more information around that and more insights into how I think and break down my investments, consider joining our live streams. Like I said, 5 more members can join our member live streams. And if you do, you will unlock the TA course, which is going to have a retail price of $500 completely for free when it's ready to come out. So go consider jumping into the member live streams. You'll get the insights first in our member live streams. You can ask me questions. We can go and critique your portfolio. We can look at a whole bunch of different things. But more importantly, just a sounding board for you to bounce ideas from and be part of a community. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in